Hey guys, your host here, John with Mgtow is Freedom. Welcome back. It's going to be a great weekend. Got a little bit of fire smoke here in California, but what the hell? That's what happens here. Right? Get a couple months of nice weather and then everything catches on fire. Yeah, then we get to fall and some rain again. Wash it all away, no problem. Right? But every year, something's got to burn. Something has got to burn. So speaking of burning, right? I think men need to do something that I haven't talked about a whole lot. And maybe others have talked about it and I've just missed it. This idea of covering your ass. C.Y.A, right? In fact, in California, the prison system, right, is California Youth Authority for the kids, right? But their nickname there is cover your ass because you're going to get burned, right? And I guess maybe every government job is that way, but you've got to protect yourself. It's not just about being clever. It's not just about being smarter. These destructive, immoral wenches out there, you've got to protect yourself against them. Now, yesterday I read that alarming fucking story from Jim Bob back there in New York. And, he did the best he could to cover himself, but he almost got his fucking tail caught in a crack and pulled into the machine and chewed up and spit out. He'd have been dog food, right? So there's a lesson that comes from that. Cover your ass. How did he do it? Well, he saved that little bottle of prescription drugs that chick prescribed for him. Unlawfully. Right? So I'm going to read a little story here. This guy Darren, he put his comments in the comment section of Jim Bob's video there, and I said, I'm gonna talk about that because we all need to cover our ass. I think he typed it out on his phone because his phone typing is kind of like my phone typing. It's got a bunch of errors, mispunctuation. It's hard to read, but you get the gist. So Darren writes, "What's up, Big John? I have a scenario story myself. I also worked in a field where beautiful women were employed as leasing agents for a management company. Bing, 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 right? Mgtow alarms go off, right? Women who are beautiful are getting these jobs as leasing agents, agent, officer, position of authority. The only reason they have that job is because they need to make sales. The only reason they're qualified for that job is because they're beautiful. Doesn't mean anything about experience, intelligence, education, competence, morality, ethics. In the world of business, we really do need those things. In the world of government, we need those things. And when that is absent, ethics and morality, the abuse soon follows, especially when the prerequisite is pretty. Because, and I'm going to set back and we're going to talk Mgtow, as Mgtow, men going their own way, we know that beautiful women didn't get beautiful just yesterday. They've been beautiful since they were probably young teenage girls and maybe before. And they realized that their good looks got them what they wanted. And if they wanted this, they could use their looks. If they wanted that, they could use sex. And they're used to getting what they want when they want it. And like any good little 12-year-old girl, when they don't get what they want, they throw a fit. They get mad. And when that beautiful little 12-year-old brain inside that 25 to 40-year-old body doesn't get what it wants and it has power, it will destroy you. Right? In some cases, they'll have you murdered. In other cases, they'll just have you arrested. And in many, many, many common cases, they'll just have you fired. One way or another, either by lying or by turning everyone against you. So you've got to cover your ass. C.Y.A. So, this Darren guy, he works in a field where beautiful women were employed as leasing agents for a management company. Offices full of women on every level, right? They get their choice of all the technicians for repair, right? His manager was married, but she was infamous for having sex with technicians in closet space areas. One day she told me if she couldn't have her way with me, I would lose my job. So happily, I was recording the conversation because she would always make sexual statements, knowing that I was married. She said, "You're with my engineering staff. You belong to me. When you report to work, I'll have you when I get ready." The recording saved my job, and the company eventually got rid of her. Now, I'm going to say that beautiful women, given lots of authority, that story I just read is more of the rule, right, and not uncommon, not the exception. You know, this seems like an extreme example. She's going to have sex with whoever she wants, whenever she wants. And because she's beautiful, she's going to get her way. Now, what women don't understand, especially these beautiful women, is that they may be beautiful on the inside, but they're ugly on the inside, right? Beauty is skin deep, but ugly cuts to the fucking bone. These women are ugly, hideous beings with a shiny wrapper on them. And they're beautiful, though. And that's the trick for men out there. They're like, fuck, I'm getting raped by my boss. At least she looks good. I'm sure there are women with a lot of power out there that push men into sex, and they aren't attractive. But for the purposes of this discussion, we'll stick with they're beautiful. So what? Right? So what if they're beautiful? They get to have their pick and tell men what to do? What does that do to their fucking heads? They think they can make any decision they want. Fuck it, right? I'm going to go screw that guy. This one particular girl seems to have a closet fetish. Right? Not surprising. You know, it's that type of shit, though. It's that type of attitude. You know, luckily, Darren covered his ass. He's married, or was married, right? And apparently his boss, this lady was married too, but what did she care? She was powerful. She was a leasing agent for a major company. So she could have whatever she wanted. You know, it's not that she had to have sex from guys. It's that she wanted to have it when she wanted it. Just like that 12-year-old little girl that wants a cookie or wants a pony. She wants it now. She wants an Oompa Loompa now. And she's going to get it or she's going to throw a fit. You know, there's a bit of complaint out there that men that are tall, men that are attractive, tend to be the men that get executive positions more often than not. There is that bias that human beings have, right? And it seems to me that women who are beautiful aren't necessarily qualified for a job. They tend to get things based on their looks, right? Whether or not they're fucking the boss. They could get it while they're fucking the boss. Or they could get it because the boss would like to fuck the girl at some point in the future. Now, when you're dealing with a simple-minded creature like a beautiful woman who doesn't really have qualifications for a job, and she's seen that that's how she was treated, right? I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but she's going to do the same thing. Monkey see, monkey do. Right? But you combine that with the natural immorality of a woman. And in today's modern terms, right, or modern world, the natural, immature, and immoral character of women. You throw on top of that, and they're immoral because they're not held accountable. They're immoral because they're given things without ever earning them. They get away with things because of their looks and because of their gender. That's what makes them immoral. So when these women, these immoral women, are put in positions of power, and they got there through immorality, well, hell, they think they're doing their job right. That must be how the system works. Right? And good looking or not, I don't give a fuck. I would not want to be forced into sex by my boss, no matter how good she's looking she was, if I know she's fucking everyone else. You know, never mind if she wasn't fucking everyone else, and I thought I was the only one that she was really, really charmed by me and my looks. Right? That she just couldn't get enough of me, but everyone else. Right? Still that bad enough. But to know that she is fucking everyone else. And that she's licentious that way, right? That she's an insatiable whore. You know, if that's what she's doing at work, what is she doing in her private time? Right? And she says, you know, wait, let me read this again, right? She says, if she couldn't have her way with me, I would lose my job. Darren did the right thing. He recorded the bitch. Now this phone here that I'm recording this video on, I've got the ability on it to record video, audio with the punch of one button. Telephone calls, I push a button, it records. I don't fuck around, I cover my ass. And you don't have to be overly clever about it these days. Remember, these women that are abusive, they're not intelligent, they're just abusive. They're sneaky, but not brilliant. They're clever, right? Not more than me. Everybody picks their phone up and in the middle of a conversation goes, oh, got a text. Oh man, it's my kid, whatever. Some screwy bitch starts fucking with you, and she doesn't have to be your boss. It can be a coworker. It can be someone you supervise that starts threatening you or wants to take advantage of you and using their gender as a woman against you. You'd better be recording conversations. 1 second. Okay. Now what were you saying? Oh my God, you think that? You know, and you just go into conversation with them. Let them fucking hang themselves. Encourage them to say stupid shit. Right? Oh, you're going to fire me? You're going to get me fired? Yeah, I'll get you fired. I'm going to make all kinds of shit up about you. Right? I can do this, I can do that to you. You get that on recording? You've got your ass covered. Right? If she threatens you with bodily harm, right, that's basically a crime. She threatens to steal your shit, burn your house to the ground, whatever she does. But typically they just want you fired.